Danette Chavis. I'm the co-founder of National Action Against Police Brutality. It's a petition currently online at change.org that's demanding nationwide accountability for police. The focus is directed at the United States Department of Justice, and we want them to hold not just police accountable, but also the superiors over them who allow their murders to continue. Right now we have over 15,000 signatures, but we need lots more for national action. And the petition is really being used as a tool to hopefully galvanize the people in a national movement. I tell people that the power is with the people and not with the paper. But by all means sign it, because we would like to show the government that the people mean it to the degree that they're willing to put it down in black and white and sign their name to it. So we want those signatures so that we can have a physical copy saying, yes, this in fact is the will of the people, not just the will of a few. We've noticed that few people, only the people who have the ability to gain support and highlight their tragedy in the media, get the support and the attention that's needed. There's thousands of people whose tragedy never meets the media, but nevertheless their loved one was murdered all the same. We want action that's going to deal with the issue once and for all across the board. And I think that it's police accountability. If police know that they will be held accountable, you will not need reforms, you will not need amendments to laws, you will not need new laws, you won't need any training. The police officer will conduct and control himself because his ass is on the line, okay? He's gonna be in jail or be without a job or both, and that's what needs to happen. When you don't do that, okay, particularly in blatant cases, you are sending a message to all law enforcement that the murders of unarmed individuals is not only accepted but approved, because many officers have in fact been promoted after murdering an unarmed individual. So all of this has to stop. I've been fighting against police brutality, standing in support of other families who lost their loved one since October 2004, when I lost my own son at the hands of NYPD. In my particular case, my son wasn't directly fired upon by police. My son was shot by a stray bullet intended by somebody else. But where he was at the time was one block directly in front of Lincoln Hospital when it occurred. And when those who were with him attempted to take him to the hospital, it was NYPD who came, interrupted that process, made them put him down upon threat of shooting them if they didn't. So they put my son down, put them in their patrol cars, and as people began to gather, fussing and cussing, wondering where's the ambulance, the police didn't call for an ambulance, they called for more backup to disperse the crowd. So my son laid on the curb across the street from Lincoln Hospital and bled to death. So, and that was during the time when the influx of police in communities of color was increased in the name of drugs, crime prevention. Now my son needed assistance from police and they didn't assist him. Not only did they not give him no assistance themselves, but they prevented those who were willing and able to get him the medical attention that he needed. So I'm the last person that you could convince that police are in our communities to protect and serve. Because my son needed some assistance, and not only did they deny it, but they prevented those who were there. I spoke to the police concerning that. Why didn't you aid my son? Why didn't you help him get to the hospital? It was right there in clear sight, because we don't move the bodies. But I've never seen an instance where an officer was shot and he was allowed to lay there and bleed to death. So we see, even in situations like that, there's a disparity where there's one set of law for the people, another set of law for the police. By the same token, if you and I were accused of a crime today, simply accused, we would be arrested, charged, and brought before the judge within 72 hours. In the case of law enforcement, even with evidence blazing in our face that a murder has been committed, nobody's charged. So there's some major issues that need to be dealt with law enforcement, and I hope the demand for national action will address each and every one of them. If you have a cell phone, anywhere you are, you can simply Google National Action Against Police Brutality. That's all you have to remember is nationwide National Action Against Police Brutality. It will be the first thing that comes up. on a petition. And under that, you will see National Action Against Police Brutality on Facebook, because I have a page on Facebook called National Action Against Police Brutality that's devoted entirely to it. And we post the videos of police brutality across the United States. We post the articles. I do my own videos as well to show people, because some people, a certain aspect of America still feel police are just doing their job, and that a little bit of bloodshed and murder, it just goes with the job. They're not quite convinced that people's rights are being violated and people are being outright murdered. So I post these things so that they can see for themselves and hopefully persuade them to sign my petition.